We're on Chav Hey Amud Beis. We finished off yesterday with this very interesting Gemara about the Chasa and the Shishbinim, Kol B'nei Chopa are Pater from Sukkah Kol Shiva. I'm going to preface that we're not going to do this justice, as there's massive machlekes rishonim everywhere what every line of the Gemara means. So we're going to do our best just to get some level of Pashit Pshat. So the sugya we're in the middle is an actual interesting key. We're in the middle of the sugya of Isik b'mitzvah, pater min mitzvah, shluchei mitzvah pturin, which would lead everyone to believe, as led numerous rishonim to believe, that what is the patur of the chasan, of the sheshbinin, of the everyone else is Isik b'mitzvah, pater min mitzvah. But thereby just in lies the question, as people asked yesterday, why is there a patur for 7 days? It's like a little bit extreme. You get married one night, yes, there's a din of Sheva brachas, but a patur all 7 days. It is a little bit difficult, but let's get back into the Gemara. Says the Gemara, Amar Rav Abba bar Zavda Amar Rav, excuse me. No, I was right. Amar Rav Abba bar Zavda Amar Rav. We're about 15 lines.
Which you on again?
We're on Chav Hey Amud Beis. Chav Hey Amud Beis, about 15 lines from the bottom. First word on the line is daite. First word on the line is daite. Vi Amar Rav Abba bar Zavda Amar Rav. And Rav Abba bar Zavda said in the name of Rav, Chasen ve'hashushbinim. The Chasen, the man getting married. The shushbinim, those helping him get married. Literally the bridesmen, his close friends. B'chol b'nei ha'chuppah. And everyone participating in the wedding are pater min ha'sukkah kol shiva. For 7 days. Now, what are the 7 days? That's machlekes rishonim number 1. Do the 7 days mean the 7 days of Sukkot, or does it mean the 7 days of the Sheva brachas? So Rashi, and again, I'm going to try not to make this confusing by bringing in different shitas, but we're going to try to address all the questions that everyone is asking. Rashi points out that when was the chasana? It was Erev Yom Tov, which would thereby lead to believe that the 7 days refers to the 7 days of Sukkot. Anyone who knows how you calculate the 7 days of Sheva brachas is bothered right now, because if you get married before Yom Tov, then the 7 days of Sheva brachas end before Sukkot ends, and therefore what does 7 days mean? So for simplistic purposes, we're going to say Kol Shiva. Let's just say it means the 7 days of Sheva brachas to make life easy. My time. Why is there a patur from Sukkah for the 7 days we're getting married? And as well, we're going to focus particularly on the chasen, because everyone else part of this party is going to be a little bit difficult to understand why they are exempt. So we're going to focus on the chasen right now. My taima, mishom teba'u lemechdu, because he has to rejoice. He has to rejoice. Since he has to rejoice, since he has a din of Simchas Chasen Vekala, he can't go into the sukkah. Seemingly what we're saying. Asks the Gemara, and as we already started last night, the progression of the Gemara is going to tell the story. V'lechlu b'sukkah, v'lechte b'sukkah. I don't understand. What's the problem? So you have to rejoice. Shkoyach, the host of Chasen is in one big sukkah. Says the Gemara, Ein simcha elo b'chuppah. Only with the chuppah, which seemingly one would think, what does chuppah mean? Chuppah means the place where you get married. You get married under a chuppah, under the canopy. But as we already saw yesterday, it clearly means something more than that. Over here, b'chuppah is going to refer to the place in which the chasen and kala are going to be spending the time together, the place of intimacy, the place where they're going to be that first night, we'll call it. So there's no simcha ella b'chuppah. So says the Gemara, okay, what's the big deal? Evelechlu b'sukkah, have the suda in the sukkah, and then velechlu b'chuppah, and then let the chasen and kala say a good nacht, and then let them go up to wherever they need to go up to, or down, whatever it is. But what's the problem? Answers the Gemara, ein simcha ela b'makom suda. There's only simcha, there's only the real level of the simchas chasen v'kala where you have food. We have food here, we all know it's a different level of simcha when your stomach is full, when you're eating, than when you're not. Says the Gemara, I don't understand. V'levdu chuppah b'sukkah. Do it all in one area. Answers the Gemara, 2 reasons why you cannot. And parenthetically, we're going to see from the 2 answers, how far does one need to go to create a situation that they have a chiv in sukkah? Which really is a very large question when it comes to sukkahs. How far does one have to go? It says the Gemara 2 answers why you can't make the chuppah, which we translated as the residence, the area on which the chassan and kala are going to be together. We'll call it their bedroom. Why it can't be in the sukkah. Abaya says misham yichud. Rava says misham sar chassan. So let's take the answers backwards. It's easier. Rava says sar chassan. What does that mean? What's a sukkah? Sukkah is a little cramped area. Rashi points out also how many walls does a sukkah have? 2 and a little bit, 3 walls. So the chassan is not going to be comfortable to be together with his new wife to put their bedroom in this little small cramped sukkah. It's not gishmak. So Rava says there's going to be tsar, there's going to be pain to the chassan. That's the betur for the chassan. Seemingly, this is going to extend for the chassan for all 7 nights of their shavar brachas. All the times that with the chassan and kala potentially could be together. Abaya says yichud. What in the world is yichud? Yichud is the forbidden from husband for men and women to be together. But over here they're getting married. So what's the problem? So Rashi speaks out that the derech was to make the sukkah up on the roof. So you had a sukkah up on the roof. Okay, so chassan and kala, after the chasana, go up onto the roof. They have their bedroom set up in the sukkah, and everything is good and dandy. Where's the yichud? Says Rashi, you know what might happen? The chassan, interesting, the chassan, Rashi says, is going to have to use the bathroom. He's going to have to use the toilet. So he's going to go down, where he can't use the toilet up on the roof in the sukkah. So he's going to walk all the way down to go use the bathroom. When he walks down, what are we afraid of? We're afraid that at that moment someone else might come upstairs to make kiddush, to have a shtik mezainis in the sukkah. Who's in the sukkah? His wife is sitting there. So now we have a situation of yichud between his wife and random guy eating his little lekach and whatnot in the sukkah as he is going to use the bathroom. Because of that concern, the chassan does not have to eat in the sukkah for 7 days of shavar brachas. Bit far-fetched.
If you say that it's two,
What?
if you say that it's 2 walls and a little bit. If you say that it's 2 walls and a little bit, so what's the Indian of yichud?
Oh, very good, very good. Rabben asked the $1 million question. Where's the yichud? You don't even have 4 walls. So from here you see, it's one of the big rayos that yichud does not have to be a locked quarters. Yichud could be an area of seclusion. We actually wrote about this somewhere in the book. I don't know where. I think it's all the way at the end. What about Pesach Besuach? What about that they're married? You have Baila Be'ir. All the questions, all the Rishonim you're dealing with. Everyone is on the ball. But one thing we'll mention is you see a Yisai that Yichud doesn't have to be a locked door if it's secluded. That's why it's not Pesach Besuach. Because it's secluded. If you go on the beach, past the boardwalk, past the rocks, and you keep on walking, you find yourself a little area where the dating couple can sit down and schmooze, even though there's no locked door. But why did you go there? Because you know no one's walking here for the next 2 hours. That is an Isser Yichud, even though there's no locked door. And the Raya is Gemara and Sukkah Chavei Amid Beis, as we see that you could have an Isser Yichud on top of the roof and a Sukkah that's completely open, etc., etc. Says the Gemara, Mai Beinayu, the classical Kasha. What is the difference between Abaya and Rava? Practical difference, whether the Isser is because of Yichud or because of the Tsar of the Chassan. Ika Beinayu, says the Gemara, Tishchichi inchi dinafki va'ayli lahasam. The practical difference is if it's common for people to come up to where the sukkah is. If people go there all the time, it's mamish outside the shtieble, or the shtible's downstairs and the sukkah's up on the roof. Do we have a potential issue that the husband's going to go to the bathroom and one guy is going to go up to have his bit of lekach? And no, because he's not going to go up himself. He's going to bring Rav Yossi to him with a Tanya shir, and they're going to pick up another 3 Jews on the way, and there'll be a whole party up there. His newfound kala might not be so happy, but Lamaisa, or maybe she should be, get a good Tanya share. But Lamaisa, is there going to be this Yichud? No, because everyone's going to be hanging out up there. The Gemara explains, Leman Damar Mishum Yichud Laka. There's no Yichud because people are going to the sukkah all the time. Leman Damar Mishum Sar Chasan Ika. But Lamaisa, when the Chasan and Kala are there by themselves, it's still a cramped area. It's still not a Geshmaka bedroom. And therefore, the Chasan will not be happy. He's going to be bitzar. He's going to be in pain. And therefore, there is a heter. So the heter for the chassan to not eat in the sukkah for the 7 days of Shavuot Rachas is why? Because we need to create the optimal chuppah, which means bedroom arrangement for chassan and kala. So if anyone is listening carefully, would this halacha apply nowadays? The answer is pashtus no. Pashtus, no, because whichever way you're going to twist it, the chassan and kala could, if they want to find themselves their own little private sukkah, they could. If not, maybe it would have happened the first night. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe you see from here how far one has to go. Maybe they're also just put a big sign up, don't go upstairs, the sukkah's closed. Seemingly you couldn't do that. Okay, let's leave it. And the big question, which I'm really not addressing, is how does this apply to the bridesmen? How does this apply to the kol b'nei chuppah? What's sheiches? So the simple answer that we're going to say is that kol b'nei chuppah, they're the ones that are rejoicing with the chassan v'kala, which is a mitzvah. Mitzvah simchas chassan v'kala. It's a mitzvah for all 7 days of Shabbat brachas. So if you're going to require them to eat in the sukkah, they're not going to show up to the Shabbat brachas, and thereby that's going to be the issue. That's a simple explanation, but we'll leave it that it is a complicated inyan. We're going to go 3 more lines just to finish the Amud. It says the Gemara, Amar Rav Zera, Achli b'sukkah, I got married right before sukkah, says Rav Zera. I ate in the sukkah, v'chadi b'chuppah, and I still rejoice in the chuppah. I figured it out, said Rav Zera. Says Rav Zera, v'kol shekain, in certainty, techadi libai, my heart rejoiced even more. Why? Good chassid shavart. I got the mitzvah of sukkah, and I got the mitzvah of getting married. So we see here that when you figure out a way to do it, it seemingly is a mailah, as Rav Zera himself is speaking such out. And as we're just going to start, what's the next sukkah going to be for after Yontif? We're going to follow this up with Tanu Rabbanan, Chasan, Vashushbinim, B'chol b'nei chuppah. They're pater from sukkah. What else? Pater from Tefillah, Minat Tefillin, the Chayev from Kriya Shema, and we're going to stop over here. So now, let's discuss the Chazara Baruch Hashem. So we're holding at the very bottom of Chaf Hey Amid Beis. The parak began on Chaf Amid Beis. So if we count, that is a beautiful 5 blot B'siyat D'Shmaya that we have done together, 5 blot and a Mishnah. So the Chazara, the plan is, everyone should learn as much as they can. But for those who want the incentives, so this is what the Kinyan Chazara incentive is. Whoever chazars these 5 blot 2 times, which if you're doing the math, that's about 10 blot. There's approximately, today is Monday. The next year we're going to be together, it's going to be a Sunday. It's going to be the Sunday after Yontif, okay? Maybe even that Monday, we'll see everyone's travel plans. So it's approximately 2 weeks. So it's ballpark a blot a day. 10 blot, 14 days. Okay, it's ballpark a blot a day. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Even better, even worse. But the point is, so there's 2 things.
What if I did already all 5 on Shabbos?
No. Starting now. So what's the prizes? The prizes are the Kinyan Masechta is raffling off for anyone in the whole Kinyan, not just us, who's participating. Not necessarily will everyone participate. We have, I don't know, right now in this room we have about 12 people. I hope every single person will do it. There's probably another 10 people who are listening. I hope everyone will do it. Whoever does it, you have to do each blot 2 times. That's 10 blots. And one of the requirements, and for those who don't like writing to messages, I feel bad, this was straight from the Kinyan head, is to write in when you finish. Write in when you finish. You can write in when you finish each daf, you can write in when you finish each chazara. I'll leave that up to you to write into the chat, to the group chat, so people see tomorrow someone says, first blot, second blot, third blot, fourth blot, fifth blot, then you're entered into a raffle for the first grand prize is $2,000. The second grand prize is $1,000. The third prize is $500. The fourth prize is $500. And the fifth prize is if someone from the Chabura wins, it's $1,000 for the Chabura to have a party. That is the raffle. And what we're going to try to do is that Sunday when we get together, we have to work out details. I would love that Sunday to have a little bit of a longer time together, not 15 minutes. And make a little party culminating the Chazara. Maybe we'll figure out a way to Chazar the whole thing together and make a party that first night back together. So that is the Chazara incentive. And again, as much as everyone could do, and everyone knows the difference between Chazaring and not, the difference between knowing it or not, the truth is, I think we're still at a place that we could do the whole thing. It shouldn't be such a big obligation. But you'll see, it will really make a difference. I will, b'siyata d'shmaya, try to post a chazara. I mean, you can just go back to the shirim, but I'm going to try to post either an amud or daf at a time, depending on how long it takes me or how quick I do it. throughout the course of the next 10, 14 days. And Amid here, there to keep everyone together